This is the Pete and Sebastian Show with Pete Corielli and Sebastian Maniscalco.
Pete and Sebastian Show, we're back. What's going on, bro? I'm looking forward to a nice show. I need this, man. I was depressed the past couple of days. Sebastian Maniscalco on the other end. You probably just read about him in Variety magazine. What was that? I missed it. I saw a little quick thing on your socials. I was going to read it later, but it was a Variety little piece about just a little bit about what's going on in your career right now.
Yeah, basically, I guess it was a little thing about like what's been going on in the quarantine. Pete and Sebastian show was mentioned.
We got a mensch.
We got a mensch.
I tell you, bro. Appreciate
so that was nice. Yeah, no problem. And I think we just skipped over something that some of the listeners are probably going, whoa, depressed.
Bro, I don't like to, listen, it's a tough situation because you're not me and I'm not you. And sometimes if I say certain things on this cast, I don't want you to be associated by being a part of it. But I can't. Everybody stop trying to convince everybody else how to vote. Nobody has ever changed anybody's vote. So whichever way you're voting is your business. Just go vote and that's it. Enough. Driving me nuts. I got billboards everywhere I go. I can't even see the fucking road because everyone's got billboards up. This matters, that matters. Vote for this one, vote for that one. Either way, I don't care what your sign says. What do you got? People got to know who you're voting for? I'm going to drive by and go, oh, Bill's voting for that guy. I probably should. Bro, that's my rant.
No, I hear you. And I don't know where we lost our way. And I grew up with, you don't talk about abortion, politics, religion, right?
Absolutely.
That's what my parents told me. When you're in mixed company, you keep your mouth shut. You don't tell people your feelings on those three issues.
Or what you make. Can I throw that in there too? You know, don't be telling
or
people
what you make. It's, yeah, make. That's another one. It was like no one. My father told me explicitly growing up, you don't tell anybody what I make, what I do, how many hours I work. That. It's all under this house.
Yeah.
And that's it. Right?
Yeah.
And the same, and like I said, the same thing went for religion, or you're not going to change anybody's viewpoint on what they believe or anything like that. Yeah, you could have educated discussions on this stuff, but my God, and you know what? Listen, vote. That's what's being American is all about. But what the people with the T-shirts go vote. You ever get?
Oh God.
We know there's an election. Hey.
Yeah.
You don't got to tell me go vote.
Oh, it drives me nuts. If I have one more B actor tell me to vote, I swear to God. I mean, all of them. I'm right there with you. The T-shirt that says vote. What else do they do? Oh, the bumper sticker. Don't forget to vote. Today's your last chance to pre-register.
You know what bothers me even more?
What?
After they vote, they wear a button that says they voted.
Oh.
You ever see that?
Oh.
They go, I voted. Listen, you're 58 years old. 58 years old, you wearing a button?
Right.
When was the last time you wore a button?
That's a good point, man. I can't remember. My prom, I think. Does a corsage count? I think that's it. The thing, whatever.
This is the last time I wore a button.
Yeah.
And I still got it.
What is it?
It was the Michael Jackson button that I had on my jacket. With him in a yellow sweater, like that yellow sweater with that little bolo tie. Oh, what an outfit.
And you would button that on your jacket? It's like oh my God, bro.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Wow.
That's the only button anybody should be wearing. Yeah, no, I'm fed up with the whole thing, with the politics and the this and the that, and I don't even turn on the Facebook, the Instagram. By the way, documentary I recommend, Social Dilemma. I don't know if you saw it on Netflix. Basically, talks about how your Instagram, your Facebook, your Twitter is basically tailor-made to your specific likes. So if you are left or right, let's say you're left, you're going to get left news. If you're right, you're going to get right news, and no one sees the other side. So it's and you don't even know what's true. Like Trump had COVID, right? Yeah. I'm doubting. Does he have it, or is this some stunt, or what is this? It's sad that things that happen now, you have to question whether or not they're even true.
It's we're at the point now, and I'm not saying who I like or who I don't like in the government or whatever. That's but just in news in general, it's like North Korea, dude. I mean, I don't know what the fuck is true and what's not. Even when they debate, one guy says one thing and the other one goes, "That's not true." And then the next day you read about it, you're like, "Well, it seems that it was true." I mean, back and forth, back and forth.
You make a good point. You saw the debates, and then the next day they said, "Oh, Biden lied 11 times, Trump lied 9 times." I'm even questioning the person that's doing the fact checking.
I know, bro. You're right. And then, dude, I could never debate too, because when the guy says, like, if you say 3 things about me and I can't respond, by the time you get to the 3rd thing, I forget the first thing. You know what I'm saying? So, and I would, if I was debating, there'd be a lot of, I'd go, fucking, hold on, all right, guy? Fucking pump the brakes on that. You know? And that's all you get. I'm like, pump the brakes, that's all I get. That I was just getting started. That was my start, you know? It's crazy, dude.
I don't like the time limit shit where they go, "Okay, Mr. Trump, 2 minutes to debate, or 2-minute rebuttal." I got 2-minute rebuttal.
Right.
I was debating. My first 2 minutes with me just clearing my head and basically going, "Hold on a minute."
It takes you 2 minutes to greet the audience, right?
And I would be taking notes. I didn't see anybody in there writing down, like you said, people do, like, they give you 3 jabs, right?
Right.
I would write down, if I were Trump or Biden, I'd be sitting there writing down, what the fuck? What you say? Let me write that down. So now you go refer back,
Yeah.
And then you could take each one and rebut them. But by the time the guy's done, he just gave you like 9 things, and then you're like, what am I going to respond to?
And the last one is like, especially when Trump throws it out, it's like 2 things about the economy, and your son does coke. What? You got 2 minutes. You got 2 minutes to rebuttal all that. So it's nuts. And then, what was I going to say? You get the 2 minutes, and then the other guy goes, but, what was my whole point? I was going to say, not being enough time. Oh, sometimes then the moderator, when he checks you on something, like he's talking to Trump about healthcare, and Trump goes, for better or for worse, he's saying, well, we fixed some things and what it was broken and da-da-da, his usual spiel. And then he goes, and we're going to do more. And in 2 minutes, he goes, all right, how are you going to fix healthcare? 2 minutes? You want me to tell you? I mean, that's a cup of coffee and a half a day, guy. It's a lot of numbers and shuffling, Then you got the other one yelling out, people are going to die. Oh, God. I mean, does anything get accomplished, bro? It was
man.
God, and Trump, I mean, whether you're for the guy or not for the guy, I'm just saying the interruptions were driving me crazy, man.
I know. I wish they could just debate, hear the person's point of view, and then just say, okay, I agree with you here. I just like, and there's no agreeing at all. If I were a candidate, I go, you know what, Joe? I agree with you there. You got a good point.
Yeah.
I think you would be sympathetic to the audience, going, he agrees. That's nice that he said that. And then you rip him to shred with the the son on coke and this and that. But give him a little.
You're right. You're right.
Give him something. You're
right. You're right. Like when Biden says that him and Obama got the economy back, Trump went, no, yeah, listen, you did. You were doing good. I'm just saying, Joe, I came in. I took it to another level, right? but instead, Trump goes, wait, all you had to do was turn the fucking lights on. That's what he said, minus the fuck. So, and again, back and forth, you're right. I mean, even calling the president, instead of calling him a clown, just be like, man, if you weren't the president, sir, some of the things I'd be calling you right now. Like something like that instead of actually. Yeah. But, anyway, man, not to get political on either side. I mean, I'm just saying in general.
No, I hear you. And listen, we're reaching a tipping point here, and we don't talk politics on this show at all.
Yeah.
But I think every once in a while you got to give a dose. And here's not so much a political thing, right?
Yeah.
But I want to get your take on this, right? President goes down with COVID, and now they're flying him to the hospital in a helicopter, right? So I turn the line, I go, and my dad's here, he's visiting. I turn to both of them, I go, you mean to tell me that there's not a room in the White House where they could just take care of him right there? Like, why is the president going to the hospital? Am I off on this?
Well,
doesn't the hospital come to him?
I guess, there was just stuff maybe at that hospital that he specifically needs, or would they be saying, look at this guy. What is he doing? Holing up in there with hot tea and chicken soup? This guy's out of his mind. I don't know. You got a good point. They got to have a little something there for an emergency.
I got to think, if you're running the world, who's got time to be in the hospital, right?
That's what he said, yeah.
You just bring him into the White House. The doctor comes in. All right. Check his oxygen, check that. Bring that machine in, That's it. Right?
We'll do it from the bed. Man. I hear you.
Oh, my God.
And by the way, when they did take him, this is America, and we all feel patriotic and feel that our country has the best of everything. So when you're taking the president of the United States to this facility, in my head, I'm like, if he dies, I am sewing a mask to my face. We're all dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy's got the best people on the planet poking and prodding at him. If he goes down, holy shit, lock the doors.
Well, that brings me to my second point. And I don't know what he was on. I don't know the name of the drug or whatever the hell he took. And obviously he's probably got access to a lot of different medication, because people were bitching, oh, how come he gets to get that medication and the guy who's an everyday Joe doesn't get, because he's running the world. That's why he gets it.
Right. Holy shit. If
the
I
fuck
was
are you running? I mean,
if I was at my doctor's office and the president came in, I would be so embarrassed for my country. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, God, you should not be getting the same medical service as me. I just got a hip replacement and it's acting up. So
that's what I'm saying. If you're sitting there getting a checkup and you heard Trump just came in, he's in the next room waiting for the doctor to come in, wouldn't you go, either I'm at the best doctor's office or Trump's got the worst health care?
That's it, man. B, right? Not only is the doctor not seeing him, he's in that smaller room where they make you wait longer. I love how you're describing that. Anyway, wow, we dipped a toe.
We dipped a toe, bro. Hey, you got to dip a toe. The thing is coming. November 3rd. It's coming up. Go vote.
Oh, yeah. Do your part.
Here's a question that I don't know.
Yeah.
If I wanted to see who you voted for, do I have access to that? Whoever you hand the vote into, whoever's counting it. And I forgot. I forgot the last time when I went in to vote. Is your name on the ballot?
No, I don't think your name's on the ballot. I don't know. Is it? I don't think it is. That's a good question.
whoever's opening up the ballot and counting this stuff,
Right.
They if your name's there, they know, right?
I know, but it might be switched to a number by them. That's a great question. If I was running for the president someday and I said, of course I voted for this one, and this one, but I really didn't, would anyone be able to find out?
That's what I'm asking.
I know.
And that should be something that people should definitely take into account, which along these lines, and I've never understood this sign out on the front lawn of who you're voting for, right?
Yeah.
This is what I don't understand. To me, that's regardless if you put Biden or Trump, that's an invitation to vandalism, right?
Absolutely.
People wake up and they're like, I can't believe my windows are broken. Well, did you have a sign out?
What?
Yeah, I got a Biden sign. Yeah, that's why they're broken.
You can take it to an even smaller level. I try to encourage my dog to take a shit on the lawns with the sign I don't like, bro. When I'm walking them at night. You think I'm the only one doing that? You're right. It's just asking for trouble one way or another.
I think that's a great way to let the person know where the neighborhood stands on the candidate. So if you got a Trump sign in your front yard or a Biden sign, the amount of shit on the lawn should signify to that homeowner, oh man, I got 7 piles of shit on my lawn. I must be living in a Trump area.
Right.
If you got a Biden sign, and vice versa, right?
Right. You lose the sign, no more shit. You're like, oh, all right. That's a good way to tell what a whole neighborhood is. You call it a voting district. I live in a Trump neighborhood or a Biden. How do you know? Because I had the opposite sign up and everybody kept shitting on my lawn. I got an interesting sign thing. I wanted your opinion. It's fun. You reminded me. Guy living in my town is the what do you call it? The attorney general of the whole town district. Was it the district attorney? He's the district attorney of the entire county, right? And I know him a little bit. He hangs out at the same pool I hang out at the summertime. Real nice guy. And I happen to know where he lives. And I was driving by, and of course he's got the sign. A lot of people in town got the signs to vote for him. Few of his neighbors on both sides, like around him, have signs that say vote for the other guy. Right? Now, right? That even if you live next to me and you were running for mayor and I want the other guy to win, not you, but you're my neighbor. If I plop a sign in for the other guy right in front of you, I mean that's right? Come on, that's slap in the face.
Did you ask the guy? Do you talk to those neighbors? I mean, how could you?
The pool's closed now. I missed it. I would have said, well, you want me to get rid of those fucking signs around you?
Well, if your neighbor's got the opposite candidate on the lawn, could you still go over there and ask for like a cup of sugar? I mean, like, if the guy,
you're rooting for me to be out of a job in 2 months. That's what. You see my wife, my kids, we run around, we play. You're literally rooting for me to have to sit in here and rub my chin with my wife on November 4th and go, well, baby, what's our next move? What's our next, you know? I mean, I hear you. I feel like it's you want him to know.
Yeah, listen, if you don't like him, you don't put the sign out of the opposite guy.
Yeah.
You don't do nothing. Just shut your mouth. We got to get back to where people just shut their mouth.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree.
Because you don't know who you're dealing. Listen. Say what you want about the mob, eh? But the mob brought a fear that people just didn't act out of line because they didn't know who that family was or what that family did, right?
Right.
Another lesson from my father, right?
Right.
We had a neighbor down the street, right? He had loud parties. He did this, he did that. But some might say that he hung out with the underbelly of society.
Uh-huh.
Now, do you think we called the police on that house? we never called anybody on that house because if they ever found out we did, the house would have been burned down, right?
Right.
So if there is an inherent fear of the other man or woman, no one says nothing. To go about your business. That's it.
Right.
Now no one's got the fear of getting their house fucking burned to the ground. So now they're just chirping and putting signs out on the front yard.
That's true too. Although I feel like some people are putting certain signs up so their house doesn't get burned down. But yeah, everybody's just out in the open now about everything, man. Absolutely. By the way,
out in the open.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway,
when the mob ran stuff, I'm not saying I'm promoting violent crime and what have you, but when the mob ran things, it just seemed that it was a tighter ship opposed to corporate America, Vegas being the prime example of that. I mean, when the mob ran Vegas, and I'm not speaking from experience, just from people who were going to Las Vegas in the 60s and 70s, that, they treated people right. And they'd comp a meal for you, and you might have not been even winning, or it's just, hey, give them a lunch or whatever.
Right.
It was just, it's like now it's so like, with these damn algorithms and all this shit. Oh, you gotta lose $250,000 to get a brunch.
Oh, you're all right. So now you lost me for a sec, but I'm with you. You're saying we've gotten away from just doing everything by human feel. Yeah. I owe you one. Let me pay for that. I got that. Cut the line, right? What happened? What happened to those days, right?
Yeah, what happened?
Even when you go to a bar and they give you the shot and it's got the electronic thing on it so they don't accidentally give you a heavy pour. Oh, God forbid. God forbid.
I see that. My whole night is soiled. If I go up to a bar and the alcohol is tied or tethered to the well. You ever see that? When you bring it up and it's got like a coil.
Like a pen at a bank. Yeah. I know, bro. It's fucking embarrassing. There's no reason to have any banter with the bartender. It's not like I can charm you into a few extra ounces of tequila, right? This is a moot point here. Let the thing do. It could be a robot that I press a button and it makes it.
Why not? Why not just have a button? Jack and Coke. It comes out the correct ice, the Coke. Everything's measured. The whole thing about a bartender is this is another thing. When they have that, they go, "Do you want a double?" I'm about to say, a double here is a single anywhere else.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Fucking bullshit.
It's true, man. And someday they will have those robot bartenders. And when it's your birthday, you'll get a free shot. But you have to scan your license under the barcode so the robot knows it's really you and it's really your birthday. Holy shit. This brings me to, just to lighten the mood for a second before you get into anything you want. I'm trying to do a little more interaction with the audience, taking their messages and stuff. And Brock had a particularly good, quick story with advice that really is right up your alley that we could use your opinion. I'll make it real quick. So Brock works at a hospital in Tampa. He sends me an email saying a construction worker right outside the hospital, was working right outside the hospital, had a heart attack. One of Brock's coworkers, who happens to be trained in resuscitation, resuscitated the man, brought him back to life on the sidewalk in front of the hospital, in front of a crowd. And the man has since recovered and is fine. And Brock wants to know, what's the tip?
Whew, yeah.
What do you tip that guy?
You know what? If that happened to me, I would donate to that guy's favorite charity. I think that's the way to go. Because listen. You give the guy 100. Come on, it's like, it's my life. I mean, there's no price tag on a life, right?
No, there's not.
So the way to get around that, I think, is like, hey, man, you got a charity that you like or something? Yeah, Alzheimer's, then donate to that charity.
That's nice.
On your behalf.
Right.
That's what I would do. But
that's nice.
A tip? I mean, what are we talking? I mean, come on. But if you're gonna have a heart attack, what a great place to have a heart attack. Right?
Oh God, so perfect. You know? I mean, come on.
I got a story for you.
What?
Right along those lines. Friend of mine. It's a personal trainer. He's training his client. His client is in his 70s. Has a heart attack while he's training him.
Wow.
Saves his life. Guy the old man buys the personal trainer a car.
Oh man, that is way better than Make-A-Wish Foundation, bro.
My buddy, who was the personal trainer, was in the market for an SUV because he just had some kids or what have you. So he was already looking for a car. So the guy goes, the car you were looking for your family? He goes, yeah. He goes, I'm going to buy it for you. Just go pick it out and just send me the bill. Now, that being said, that being said, right? Let's say you wanted a bike rack on the back, all leather, navigation, tinted windows. This is what you wanted to begin with. Right? Now, the guy's going to buy it for you. Do you ease up on the options because he's getting the bill?
I don't know, man. I don't even know if I would actually go to the store. How unmanly is that? And be like, can you bill Tim? Like you got to pull up. When he's saying, that SUV you wanted for your family, he should go, it's in the driveway, and then do the key drop in my palm. And then I'll go back and get the accessories, I mean,
listen, the guy ain't going to go and get the car. I mean, the guy ain't going to get the car. I mean, you want the color, you want this, you want that. The guy ain't going to go pick out a car that you don't want, right?
All right. If he doesn't know all the details, I guess you got a point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he just says, whatever you were going to get, get it and bill me. Now, I don't know. For some reason, if I said that to someone and I got the bill, I would look over the bill and go, honey, look at that. They fucking added a 12 speaker. He saved my life, and this guy got 12 speakers.
He'd probably have another heart attack looking at the bill, bro. Absolutely. I tell the guy, listen, man, all the bells and whistles, you'll see a separate column. I picked up all the bells and whistles. You just pay for the factory. Thank you. That's a feel-good story. Holy shit.
That was, when I heard that, I was like, wow, what a great story. I want to switch gears here because I want to plug something here.
Yeah.
If you haven't signed up for the Pete Corielli newsletter, which I just got to get, it's the second edition, and I want to take a morsel out of there and make it more of a conversation because it's so funny you mentioned this in the newsletter. It's something that I see on a daily basis. Is the loose mask on the floor?
Oh yeah.
It just a random mask.
Discarding COVID.
On a sidewalk, a street, what have you.
Right, man. Fucking nasty.
Now, for the audience that don't get the newsletter, could you describe your take on the loose mask?
Well, I find it to be, not only is it disgusting, right? I mean, it takes the wind out of my sails because sometimes I'm having a moment where I'm not thinking about COVID, and then you look down, and bro, I didn't put this in the newsletter, but I put it right up there with the condom wrapper. That's how disgusting it is seeing that on the ground. It's like, I don't mind seeing, you see litter, it bums you out a little, but, oh, come on. Did I lose you?
Go ahead. That was a call. Go ahead.
Oh, God, I worked hard to get this network going good. By the way, radon's under 2. We're good. Yeah. So somebody told me this electronic thing isn't that accurate, but you know what? If it wasn't giving me the numbers that I liked, then I'd agree. But I'm liking the numbers, so it works fine. Yeah. So, and it's also, I also find it to be not only gross, but depressing. You know what I'm saying? And it makes me mad. And it's, so what's your take on it, man? I mean, how does it happen anyway?
That's what I wanted to ask you. I go on a hike every day with Lana, and on the hiking trail, we'll see 2 or 3 masks laying on the floor. Now, my question to you is, are they in the middle of the hike and just get angry and go, hey, fuck the man, and throw?
That's what I feel like. Anytime I see one, that's what I think it is, bro. Anger. Fuck this. Like, you ever so hot, you taking your sweater off, and you're like, what the fuck? I'm dying. All right, cut you off, but yeah.
No. So it could be that, right?
Yes.
Or I thought it could be they took it out of their pocket to put it on, and they lost it, and it fell on the floor, and like, oh, fuck, I can't put that back on. Because God knows what's on the floor, I'm going to be breathing that in, right? So it could be a mistake, a mishandling of it, that they lose it, all right? Mm-hmm. Other than that, I got to tell you, what bothers me more is when I see those blue hospital masks. Those are the ones I see, and I saw one yesterday.
Yeah.
With blood on it. Now.
Oh, my God.
Were they walking and went, and like had a nosebleed out of nowhere? What would signify and listen, if I bleed on my mask, I don't know if I leave that behind. I think I just put that in your pocket and dispose of it when you come home.
Well, let's say you're hiking, one of your trail hikes, and all of a sudden you cough. And you got your mask on, you look and there's blood on it. Don't you think instantly that mask, I don't give a shit about that mask anymore. Like you know, you got blood coming out of your mouth, and you're gonna do a delicate fold and put that in your back pocket, and then deal with the blood in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that shit is old news. Throw it on the ground. Bigger problems.
You know? I guess you're right.
God, it's like, come on, bro. You ever like go with number 2 and you wipe your ass and there's blood on the toilet paper, right? Any other fucking thing on your agenda comes to a halt. You gotta do like 2 or 3 more wipes until there's no blood, and then you're like, oh, thank God. You ever keep doing a pat and it keeps being bloody? I'm like, am I bleeding out? Am I fucking bleeding out in my bathroom right now? Oh shit.
I like when that happens, and then you continue to do it, and then you don't see any more blood. Then you go, all right, I'm all right.
right, dude.
I'm sorry. One wipe with blood should be a concern, right?
Yeah.
But if you do 2 or 3 after that and go, I don't see any. Must have been a.
Who doesn't have blood leak out of their asshole from time to time? I mean, come on. But you see just a droplet of blood out of her mouth, and that's 911. Get me a helicopter. Take me to Bethesda. I should be fucking rooming right next to Trump with a curtain between us. Holy shit, right? Asshole, you play it by ear.
Yeah, I mean, why? I mean, the asshole would be more concerning to me. Because listen, you blow your nose once in a while, you could have allergies or what have you. You get a little blood in your nose, right?
Yeah.
And you don't think anything of it, right? Your nose bleeds, you don't think anything of it.
Yeah.
I don't think the asshole should be up there with the nose. I think you wipe blood out of your ass. It ain't your nose. Something's fucked up down there. No.
Yeah. Well,
cuts.
First, you got to make a confirmation that it's actually coming out of the hole and that little crack on the side. You know. Once that's confirmed, I'm right there with you, right? I'm like, am I having my period? What the fuck is this? What's even crazier is, you ever watching TV like 30 minutes later, you forgot about it? You're like, oh, right, yeah, no, bleeding out of my asshole. I forgot. This is a good show. You see blood on the mask. You don't even know whose mask that was, and you're concerned for whoever threw it on the fucking ground. Are they dead? Did they make it home? Jesus, what kind of world are we living in, bro?
Oh God, I got it. I don't mean to be crass here with the asshole and the blood, but that's something where you go into the doctor, right? Let's say you're bleeding out of your ass in July, but you got a doctor's appointment, it's a physical in December. And he goes, so how you doing this year? How was your year? And you're like, in August I was bleeding out of my ass. And he goes, why? In August? And you didn't come in? And you didn't come in? That's where I feel like I go, these fucking people. That's where I would feel like, oh, fuck. I should have came in, right? Because I feel like if you don't come in and nip that shit in the bud and leave it, then they're gonna go, oh, what, you waited 5 months for that? I got caught up in watching Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't even think about it.
You'll be living there, bro. You'll be living in the doctor's office if you do that shit, man. You gotta give any ailment 2 weeks, right? Gotta give it 2 weeks. That's how I feel. Except out of the throat. That's immediate phone call. Shit, man. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Just one thing that happened to me. This is talking about ailments and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this has happened to you in a while, but this hasn't happened to me in years. I was in the shower and I have a liquid soap, but it's a pump. But the pump wasn't working, so I had to unscrew it and then put the soap in.
All right.
I lost the grip of the soap, and it fell. It's a plastic bottle. It fell. And as it's falling, I'm looking at it. It hits the floor, and boom, the soap shoots up into my eyes. Now, the soap is like a mint, almost like a eucalyptus type of soap.
Yeah.
I felt like a protester that had just been sprayed with tear gas.
Wow.
It took me at least 7 minutes in there to regain sight. Because you ever get soap in your eyes, it's burning, right?
Right.
And you want to open your eyes. But once you open them, it's almost like letting the air hit. I don't know what is the science behind it is, but as soon as you get it open, it's burning even more.
Right.
So, look, I went into the shower, eyes wide open, to see if it could wash it out. Forget that, bro. You ever get direct water right into your eyes? I mean, you don't even think about it. When you go in the shower, you close your eyes when you go under, right?
Yeah.
I never open up my eyes.
You got to hold it with your eyelids like that. You got to, try and... Did you for a second start to think, am I possibly going to damage my eyes right now?
There was a moment where I couldn't open up my eyes, and I thought, am I going to be the first blind comedian?
My God.
I mean, you see it all the time with musicians, right? Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles. They're all doing music. You ever seen a blind comedian?
I saw a guy years ago when I was working at New York Comedy Club, mopping and sweeping the floors early in my career. I get stage time. And they had these amateur shows. And this one black guy goes up. To this day, it was one of the hardest I ever laughed, man. And he's blind. And he hangs out at the club sometimes. He's friends with people, so he's going to do it one day. And he goes up and he's blind. I don't know him. And he's got a cane he walks with. And he's got a Chicago Bulls basketball jersey on. And he gets up there and the crowd's all cheering. It's a big, packed urban crowd. And he looks out the crowd and he goes, "That's right, motherfuckers." And he puts his finger across his jersey. He goes, "New York fucking Knicks." Thought he was wearing his Knick jersey, but he was wearing his Bulls jersey. I was dying, bro. I was dying. It was all new to me, comedy. But no, I never saw a blind comedian, dude. That would be interesting, man.
Yeah, I'll watch one of us become blind tomorrow. I hate to talk. I hate to talk about this shit, but then it inevitably happens that did you hear? No, Pete Corelli. What happened? He's blind.
Yeah.
What? They were just talking about it on the cast, and then his daughter.
It's crazy, dude. I know, right? You know. I mean, this is so freaky. I won't even mention it. It's bad luck. Yeah.
Oh my God. So like, I gotta ask you, and I don't even think we've even covered this.
Yeah.
Because obviously we're out of work. We're not doing stand up. We do the cast, but on a week to week, what does your day look like?
Yeah, man. All right. It's pretty routine now, sadly, but I get up.
Like take us.
All right, and then you take me. I'll take you through mine, and you take me through yours. Beautiful.
All right.
I get up at 7:00, if not 10 to 7. I take the dog out to do its thing. I come in and make my coffee. I read the paper on my on my phone for like 10 minutes. Then I hear Jackie get up. I hear Sadie get up. They all come down. Sadie has breakfast, and I usually I'll play something with her, slapjack, cards, something, just bullshit with her with a coffee while she eats. Then she's got to go to school, and they have buses, but we drive her right now because of all this. So Jackie takes her to school, one car at the same exact time. I put the dog in the back of the car, and I take it to this field by us, and I throw him the ball and walk with him for about 30, 40 minutes. Then I bring him back. I go up to my gym, bro. I haven't told you about that. It is done. It is sweet. And I do my Stairmaster. I lift the weights or whatever. I got my TRX straps. Then I make the dog's lunch. Then I go down to the basement, and I work in my new office down here. I try to write lately the newsletter. Believe it or not, I think about, I try to get the studio. I finally got my studio right for the cast. Eventually, Sadie gets home from school. I'll do something with her for a little while. I've been practicing soccer with her. Take it to soccer practice and soccer games. Then I have dinner with Jackie. And then Monday through Thursday, I come back down and stay down here till about 11 at night. Jackie's sleeping when I come up. And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I hang out upstairs with Jackie. Wow. Old fart motherfucker. Right? What a life. This is all COVID, man. All COVID. I mean, the Friday and Saturday nights, it's crazy to just be home all the time now.
I know, bro. What a disaster.
What do you got now? Because sometimes you're texting me sometimes at 6, and the 6 is your time. And
listen. It's gotten better, but generally speaking, 5:30, 6 o'clock, I'm up. Normally because Caruso was getting up. So we were up kind of early, but now the kids are sleeping till 7. I'm up about 5:45, 6 o'clock anyway.
Wow, that's early.
Yeah, it's early. So I wake up, I go, do some emails in the morning, and I start breakfast. Now, the breakfast for me is a 3-hour experience because between 6 and 7's all prep, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's just maybe the Italian in me, but I like to give the kids a lot of different things to choose from. So some families might make cereal, oatmeal, or fruit. I do a lot of different items. I take we got these big grapes. Yeah. I slice them into 4 so the kids don't choke on a grape. That's my biggest fear.
Yeah.
The grape down. Now I gotta get this thing out of the throat.
Oh, shit.
So I cut the grapes. I cut the banana slices. Taking this banana, I cut it into slices. Right. Then I do a little blueberry, and I put that in the fridge. I plate them up on their plates, and I put them into the fridge because I don't know what time they're getting up. Right.
Holy shit, man.
French toast. I could beat up the eggs. I got like a little brioche bread I cut up. I let that soak for a good half hour. Right?
Wow, in the mixture?
Yeah, so what my goal is to get the egg running through the bread entirely, because the bread's thick, right?
Yeah.
If you just do it on the sides, right, it doesn't really soak in the middle. So I like to get it evenly
Holy
soaked
shit.
out.
Yeah.
And I dust it with a little cinnamon, right?
Yeah.
And I'm waiting till it's all timing. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm waiting to hear, "Mommy!" And I'm like, okay, that's the cue. Like if Serafina just starts yelling "Mommy," and generally speaking, Lana is up, or I have to get her up to get the kids up, right? Lana's sleeping like this is spring break, right? Like Lana's still like in the mindset that she's got to get 9 hours. 9 hours of sleep for me. When I was 22, I think that was the last time I had 9 hours of sleep.
I hear you. I can't. My back wouldn't allow it. After 7 hours, my back starts hurting, man. Holy shit! So this is every morning you making all these options?
Yeah, every
Wow.
During COVID, the last 200 days, I've made breakfast pretty much every morning, and it's this type of breakfast. Like, I'll make oatmeal the night before.
Yeah.
I'll cook the oatmeal a little bit, and then I'll put it in the refrigerator. Then I'll cook it in the morning for about a half an hour. It's a process.
You're doing night prep for breakfast. Now, this is mostly for the kids. Like, if it was just Lana, would you still do all this? Or you're like, nah, it's like, because she won't even eat all that.
No, I mean, Lana is not an eater.
Yeah.
But I listen, breakfast is my favorite meal of the day. Then I started doing avocado toast, right? Where you take the avocado, you smash it, I put a little lemon on there, toast up. I don't toast it in a toaster. What I do with the bread is I layer it with a little olive oil on each side, spread the olive oil, and then I'll put it on a hot pan both sides. So I get like a
wow.
When you toast it, you dry it out a little bit. I feel like if you fry the bread, it's a little bit more moist. I put a little avocado down, and then I put some hot sauce that I order specifically from a woman in the Amalfi Coast, where Lana and I went.
Holy shit, dude. You get your hot sauce flowing in from the Amalfi Coast.
We've been getting this for the last 8 years. This hot, they call it, God, what do they call it? Fire. They call it fire. I forget, something with fire. And we get it from the Amalfi Coast. I just ordered another 20 bottles. I put that on.
Yeah.
Put that on over the avocado. Then I layer a couple pieces of lox. And then I fry an egg over easy and then lay that on top.
Oh, my
All right?
God, bro. This is like a 4-star luxury breakfast hotel. Fucking, what is it? The James Beard Award for breakfast.
So, and then I'm making bacon. I mean, I got like, because these kids are so damn, like, my daughter specifically, my son's eating like a shark, but my daughter's like, oh, I don't like this. You don't like that? Yeah, what about that?
We will find what you like. We will have it today. Now, do you ever get offended if your kid just says she wants cereal, like right out, cold cereal? Or you're like, come on, man.
Well, cereal's not even, we haven't even got to the cereal. I don't even do cereal. I do.
Oh, wow.
I do eggs. I do oatmeal. I do, that's another thing. Freshly cut potatoes. Like tater tots.
Yeah.
Fresh, though.
Oh,
not out of a bag.
Fry
cut
them
them
right
up. Fry them right up. I got an air fryer. I'm frying potatoes on the side.
Oh my God, bro, you're like a diner here, a upscale diner. It's unbelievable.
My dad's in town. I made him breakfast every day. He's like, this is like a restaurant.
That's great, man.
So I make all this stuff, and with all this stuff comes a lot of dishes. So after I'm done feeding the family, I clean the dish, and I'm like, I joke with Lana. I go, do you know if like other women see this, that they would say, he's funny and he cooks?
And he does his own dishes when he's done? It's unbelievable, man. I mean, if I didn't know better... gotta watch what I say.
Listen. This is 3 hours, 6 to 9. I'm done at 9.
Wow.
Now, 2 of these days, I generally take Serafina to school.
Okay.
So that either I drop her off or I pick her up.
So far, between making your daughter's breakfast, doing the dishes, taking your daughter to school, if I didn't know better, it sounds like a single dad. Yeah. when does Lana lean over and give a helping hand? I'm kidding.
No, honest to God, she's gotta be looking, going, Jesus, did I hit the jackpot? I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay. So I come back. Lana and I do about an hour and a half hike a day.
Nice.
It's just right off our house. We do about an hour and a half of that. And, I might have a meeting or an interview scheduled periodically throughout the day. Like today, I got one at 3 o'clock. That pretty much consumes the day. Like, I'm writing a book. I'll do some of that. It changes every day. But generally speaking, for the most part, the evening, and this is where you and I differ, and I would like to get to more of a Pete on this. At the end of the day, we put the kids to bed at 7 o'clock. By the way, and I make dinner most of the time, too.
Yeah. Wow.
Which is, I mean, come on.
Huh.
It's Lana and I all night, every night. So...
Yeah.
We pour a glass of wine and we sit and we talk. We have dinner. It's like our time to like connect because we've been running around all day with the kids and this, that, and the other thing. However, it's very difficult for me to go, hey, babe, I'm going to go watch a movie. Our relationship hasn't got to that point. Now, I'm not saying I haven't watched a movie.
Right.
Alone, but I could probably count on one hand how many times I've been in the house while Lana's been in the house and I'm watching a movie and she's doing something else.
Got you. Yeah. Well,
we've just gotten into this routine.
Well, it's a good routine. I mean, I don't really watch TV. If I'm watching TV or something, that usually means Jackie is too. But the fact that you guys aren't talking at night, aren't watching TV at night, that's a good thing. This is, see, I just started doing this thing where I come down here because my problem was, same thing as you, after I have dinner, are we breaking up or can you hear me?
Yeah, okay.
After we have dinner, we put Sadie to bed. We like to chat. We don't do wine. We know we do. And we chat for a while. And then, it would be really hard for me to get back up off that couch and go down and try and do some writing or anything creative that I want to do. But I also told Jackie, when I'm waiting for Sadie to go to bed to say goodnight to her, that again, it's like an hour and a half of Sadie taking a shower, watching a little TV, and I'm just kind of floundering around. That's when I go on my phone and I look at Twitters and political shit and all that shit that does nothing for me. So I said to Jackie, listen, I just want to go down. I want to kiss the kid goodnight and go down. And she's like, then go, man. Then just go. I go, I'd rather give you 3 solid hangs than all week long of like a half-at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and that's the new way. It's been going pretty good. But this isn't a man cave when I come down here. I don't do like hanging. I'm trying to get shit done, like the newsletter. Yeah. Something, bro. We were put on this earth to make people laugh. That's what God put you here to do, bro. Your Instagram and all that stuff is fantastic, but Can't wait to see you back out there, bro, killing it. I mean, fucking, I can't imagine how much you must miss it, right? I can't wait to do it.
Well, yeah, we all miss it. I'm going to be doing some shows this weekend in Las Vegas.
Beautiful.
They're not open to the public. These are private shows for high rollers. It's going to be outside, all right? No more than 250 people, social distance show. The people are 16 feet away from me, okay? And I got to be honest, I'm probably thinking about this as much as I did when I first went up on stage and did comedy. That's how much in my head. I haven't done this in 7 months.
Right.
I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. It's not like I got a set list. I don't know how you work, but if someone said, Pete, do comedy tonight, would you go, okay, I'm going to start with masks. Then I'm going to ease into how the COVID's affected my life. Or do you just go up and go, all right, I'm going to do a joke that I've done before COVID to start with to get my feet underneath me.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
How would you introduce it? Like, what would you say?
Listen, I'm going out in November and I'm thinking the same stuff. I don't know. I feel like if you go up there, and this is all in my head, all right, I'm just talking to you about, but I feel like if I go up there and go, oh, the other day I was watching TV and my wife, some like ice cream joke or some like regular joke I have, I feel like everyone's going to look at me like people are dying out there and you're fucking doing an ice cream joke? Like, they're going to be like, I'm not in touch with what's going on. But then another part of me thinks if I do COVID stuff, people are going to go, oh, God, guy, we came all the way out here not to hear that shit. Now you?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, I don't know. I'm thinking it all through, too. What about you?
I think you'd have to mention, and just be honest and transparent with the audience going, listen, guys, this is the first time I've done this in 7 months, so... Like, for me, like, they're not paying to see me, right? So it's not like the expectations, not like they're going to be going, we dropped 150 to see this guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I don't think I got to be, like, polished. And I'm going to tell them right off the bat.
Well, I bet there's somebody listening right now going, well, somebody's paying you.
This is just such a unique situation where I didn't want to take off, but obviously we all had to take off. And now, after 7 months, I'm doing a show. Not to say that I don't know how to do stand-up, but
of course,
I've taken off 2 weeks at a time and went back after the second week and we're like, oh, wow, my rhythm, my pacing is off, or I don't remember, or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
It takes some time. I just want to see this weekend how this shit goes down.
It's going to be weird, isn't it? I mean, and like Jackie was saying too, she's like, you'll probably take your mask off right before you hit the stage. That's got to be weird, right? Sebastian Maniscalco whipping it off. Do a slide toss. And who's taking it from you, by the way? Who's taking your mask? Do you put it in your back pocket? It's all new world.
Oh, dude. Man, all different. It's all different. But, yeah, I got that cooking on Friday and Saturday. It was postponed. It was supposed to be last week. They pushed it because they didn't have clearance to do this show, but we're doing it.
Good, man. We got to get out there and do something, whatever we can. It's crazy. So,
yeah.
I on a light note here real quick before we call this, I was trying to do a scroll on the internet to maybe put together an Italian take. I couldn't find much, but I found, this is so funny, man. It was this thing about famous celebrity fights during movies. And apparently, Lords of Flatbush, one of Stallone's first films, the other person in it was Richard Gere. And they go, but you won't see Gere in the movie because Stallone had him fired because they were doing a fight scene. And Stallone felt Gere got a little too heated in the fight scene. And they were not talking much. Then during filming, this is great. They were having lunch. It was a lunch break, and they were eating sandwiches in the back of a car. And Stallone specifically told Richard Gere to be careful. He's making a mess. And then Richard Gere spilled mustard on Stallone's pants. So Stallone elbowed Richard Gere out of the fucking car and then went and told people and got him kicked off the movie. You don't fuck with Stallone. Come on. I love it.
Oh, man.
So we got to...
Yeah. I wonder if they still talk, or that was at the end of it.
God, I don't know, man. You said when we were talking once off air, we talked about maybe having guests, right? Doing a segment where we have them. We talked about putting a wish list together of like 20 people. Stallone's like right up there, man. Right up there. Top five.
What don't you know about Stallone that you would like to know? Is there a question right off the bat where you go, listen, I've been dying to ask you this for the last 30-some-odd years. Where's that sweater you wore in Rocky 3? Is there anything out of Stallone's life that you're just dying to know?
I can't... No, I guess like I'm not really, other than I know he wrote Beverly Hills Cop. I don't know. No, I just want to meet the guy. You know what I'm saying?
He wrote that?
Yeah. You believe that,
I didn't
man?
know that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I would say to Stallone, honestly, bro, when you were reading the novel to Adrienne by the foot of her bed when she was in the coma and you were reading that book, I thought at that point that that's how you read in real life. So, does it bother you that you were probably always seen as a meathead and you were constantly trying to prove yourself, man?
Oh, like, God. It's funny. Same thing with the scene where he's reading the cue cards.
Right, when he's in the caveman outfit. Holy shit. That's a... Man. I mean, I didn't know that was good acting. I thought, you would.
That's what I thought. I thought when I was watching when he's like, just read the dummy cards, Rocky. I'm no dummy. I thought, they think he's a dummy.
yeah, exactly, man. So that would be, and then did you see that? Did you happen to see that thing I retweeted? Somebody tweeted a photo of Brad Pitt naked, except like with a leaf covering him.
No, we got the side text from Watt on that. When I went to go look at it, it was deleted.
Right. So Watt got in my head with it, but so it was a naked Brad Pitt with a leaf covering him, and somebody tweeted it to me with the caption because it looks like Brad Pitt's looking onto his right, like looking for something, and in the caption they put, pretending this is Brad Pitt's thought, "Where are you, Pete? Where are you, Pete? Like I'm hiding in the bushes or something." So I tweet that's hilarious. I haven't heard from Watt since the season started. I was starting to get a vibe that the friendship that because one show we were mentioning sports and how we're not watching it much, and I'm like, I telling Jack he's probably mad. He was like, "You're not watching sports. This is bullshit. Forget them." And then out of nowhere, I get the tweet, and he's saying, "Guy, you're retweeting photos of a naked Brad Pitt." So anyway, what do you think? It was a good cast, right? I mean,
it was good.
Hanging.
I needed that. I needed to release that Pete and Sebastian show here on iHeartRadio. Appreciate all of you guys listening, and thanks for sharing it amongst your family and your friends. I will have a full report of what stand-up comedy looks like in a pandemic next week. Make sure you tune into that.
Yeah.
I'm sure to have some stories coming out of Las Vegas. And good hang, man.
Good hanging,
Tell
brother.
your family I said hi. Take care.
Later.
Later.